I'll never film a trend video without saying it, but I can't believe it's time for 2025-26 winter trends. I felt like a few days ago I didn't have a good list for this, and then there was frost on the ground the other morning, and I was like, I'm in the winter mood, let's get started. So before we get into this video, I did want to say thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Are the glare on my glasses really annoying? I hope not. The first trend that I think we're going to be seeing a lot this fall is the fitted blazer. So I love talking about a trend like this because a blazer is something that is a very timeless and can be worn when it's trending, when it's not. But the fit of the blazer is what makes something trendy. It's kind of the same as denim, and I always talk about this. Styles of denim going in and out, but denim will never be out of style. So with the blazer, like in 2020, definitely saw that oversized look. I just immediately think like Hailey Bieber wearing it with biker shorts and styling it in a very casual way. And even how it's styled can make the piece feel trendy, obviously. And then in the past, I would say like 5 or less years, we've been seeing more of a cinched waist blazer or cinching it with a belt yourself with a tie. I still love this and definitely will be wearing it like this, and I love that you can do this with a blazer you already have in your wardrobe. I feel like rule of thumb though, if you want something to like stand the test of time through any trend and never look outdated, which is all just personal preference, just buy like middle of the road. So like you wouldn't buy the super oversized blazer, you wouldn't buy one with a super cinched waist, you would just buy one that kind of fits. And right now, what I think we're going to start seeing more and more of is just the classic fitted blazer. This is much more of like an early 2000s 90s style. I think wearing this in a high fashion way would be with like a collared shirt underneath and a tie and maybe a matching pencil skirt, just like super 90s girl boss power suit. I love these more fitted blazers in kind of like a textured tweed material or like a dark brown or a gray. I don't so much love it in a classic suit material, black suit material. It feels a little too dressed up for me that way, but I could totally see myself thrifting one of these more fitted blazers. This year, I don't think so because I don't think I can wear a fitted blazer around a growing bump, but this is something that will definitely be in style for a while and then also, like always, come back. I mean, we're seeing it resurge right now from the 90s and 2000s. Next thing I think is going to be trending is really just a feeling, and that's ostrich feathers. We kind of saw this feather look in like 2020, 2021 with like the tube top feather top. I still have mine. It's just in storage, but I thought these were so cute. They're a little bit like too extravagant for me right now, but I feel like with Taylor Swift Life of a Showgirl and like Sabrina Carpenter's kind of look and this very like feminine, hyper feminine pop star, old Hollywood feel, like a little ostrich feather scarf is so chic. Let me show you the one I got off eBay. My best friend Izzy got me a gift card to eBay, which was literally like such a good gift and made me so happy. So thank you, Izzy. This is what I got. I got a few things, but this was one of them. I got this blush pink ostrich feather scarf. You'll see this styled in my upcoming videos, but I plan on styling it in a more dressed down way just because that's how I'm going to be wearing it right now. So if you were thinking about buying one, I'll definitely show you how I'm going to style it. But I saw this picture on Pinterest and it very much inspired this, and then when I saw this pink one on eBay, I knew I had to get it. I'm gonna guess ostrich feather is not the most sustainable or ethical thing to purchase, so if you can find it secondhand, definitely look. I found this seller who was selling a bunch of like vintage showgirl stuff, which was so cool, so that's where I got this from, and it's great condition. They can be pretty pricey new too, so just get it secondhand. A fun color. If you like wrap it around your neck a few more times, it just kind of feels like one of those Afghan jackets, and you can, add it to any jacket, which is so cool, or sweater. When I finally like go out for drinks with the girls again, draping this over my shoulders with like a dress would just be so fun and like so up my vibe. And like look how it moves. Obviously the thicker, the more like luxurious, extravagant, but this was obviously a lot cheaper because it's thinner, and I feel like it's still a good weight and what I need. I have it like draped over my mirror in my living room because I just love looking at it because it's so pretty and I love that blush tone. Kind of going with the same feel of an ostrich leather. Is a hairy sweater. I don't know what this is actually called, but I think I was at the thrift and I was really like gravitating towards these kind of like hairy style sweaters, or like fur fuzzy sweaters, and it's almost taking like the fur jacket and seeing how many different ways we can apply it into our closets, which I love. I love that I've already found this at the thrift store, so I know it's so doable. I think I'm just so into textures right now because silhouette is really hard right now, with like a growing body or just a body you're not like 100% comfortable in, which is fine. You can not feel comfortable in your body. Like, I'm all for body positivity, but I'm all for like listening to how you feel as well. So right now, like, I don't want to wear my like fitted maxi dresses or shirts. Like, I really want to be more comfortable, even just like actually physically wise more comfortable. So with that, I feel like texture and color is a way to incorporate it, and these hairy sweaters go with like denim. They can go with a track pant style bottom, a skirt, whatever, over a dress, and they add so much without doing anything, and I feel like that's just so my vibe. Like, look at me, I'm not a big accessorizer. I forget about it getting dressed so quickly. I like struggle with it, honestly. So I feel like these statement pieces that don't feel too kooky, me and my suburban lifestyle, are always right up my alley. Being a toddler mom and pregnant right now, my mental load is through the roof. Rituals, subscriptions, and science-based formulas help relieve some of that. You can save 40% off your entire Ritual order on their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. After doing so much research about which vitamin was the best, I decided to go with Ritual for this pregnancy. Something I loved about Ritual was they offer a choline vitamin, and I wasn't taking that my first time pregnant, and now there's just so much research about how important choline is, and I love that Ritual is staying up to date and offering these things to moms. Choline is clinically backed and shows an improvement in the baby's cognitive function from infancy to early childhood when taken during pregnancy. In a clinical study, supplementation of 550 milligrams of choline during pregnancy was shown to help improve information processing speed in infancy and support sustained attention in early childhood. Natal choline is now $17.40 instead of $29 during Ritual's Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. You guys can use my link on screen and get 40% off your entire Ritual order. They offer so many different types of vitamins and make it so easy to understand what you're taking, what you're getting, and what you need. So thank you again to Ritual for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use my link in the description box. And let's get into the rest of the trends. The next thing I want to talk about is a color, and I do think blush pink is going to have its moment. I feel like I've been gravitating towards it. I see it on Pinterest a lot. This is more of like a rosy tone pink, but I guess just kind of like any pink. But I'm not so much feeling like a super hot pink. I don't know why I just felt the need to put this on. Like blush pink with burgundies, or even burgundies as a whole. I feel like it's just moving towards that more pink color. I've been seeing so many more winter outfits with just like all around a lighter color palette, as well as like pastels, which obviously fit in that, but like brighter colors and just colors in the winter, and I do really like that. And that goes into the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is color blocking. I think that this is again such an effective way to put together an outfit, to style clothes, whether you like more statement pieces or whether you like to dress more basic and staple pieces. This always makes an outfit look good. I love that color blocking can be done with neutrals. Like if you have a black top and white skirt, that's color blocking. But I especially love doing it with colors. So if I had like a blush pink top and then pairing it with like a muted green pant, if you're going to do it with colors, I feel like always make sure to choose them like in the same tone. I think it's a lot more appealing. So if you have two muted colors, do it that way. If you have two rich like jewel tones, do it that way. Instead of picking like a neon and a pastel and pairing them together, even if the colors are complementary, if they're off in the tone or the hue, I don't know what that word actually is, be wary of that. Okay, next thing that I think is going to be really popular this winter are winter skirts. I feel like I see so many midi and maxi skirts, and I feel like I specifically mean midi and maxi. A mini skirt, like I feel like when I talk about trends, I talk about them in a more so casual or like everyday wear. A mini skirt would have to be paired with tights in the winter, and that immediately just feels a lot more dressed up and is cute. But I think a midi and maxi is definitely what's more trending right now, and wearing them with just an oversized sweater or even a crew neck sweatshirt, your leather jacket with your puffer jacket. I just love all of it with a skirt. And also, you think you're going to be wearing a lot of skirts this winter, you definitely have to have a pair of knee-high boots to go with them. And yes, they have to be knee-high because an ankle boot and a skirt in the winter time, it's very dated. If that's what you like, go for it. I always talk about it. Top of your boot should kiss or overlap the bottom of your skirt. So find a boot that you can wear every day. Obviously, it can have a heel if that's what you're comfortable with, or it can be flat. A riding boot is like such a staple in this. I talked about like the sport boots, like the Prada sport boot last year. This is such a good one if you want something a bit more casual for your boot, but you really can't go wrong with a black leather boot. And the last thing I wanted to talk about are winter silks. This kind of fits with skirts if you're getting a midi or maxi skirt. A silk skirt is a great one to get for that. I love the silk from Quince or Lily Silk. They're such great material, but at such an affordable price. If you're looking for it, it can obviously be in blouses too, but I love this like super light, dainty fabric in the wintertime. Obviously, you have to layer appropriately. If it's a skirt, you need tights underneath and a boot, and if it's a top, you would just need a big jacket over top. Just all the textures that you get to play with in the wintertime, I love it. Having silk and feathers and leather and a wool jacket, like I love that. It adds so much to an outfit. Again, with just adding the staples to an outfit that you need for the wintertime, I just love it. You can have so much more fun in the winter. If you're somebody who is afraid of accessorizing or afraid of doing too much, like you kind of have to do too much in the winter because you need the layers, you need to stay warm. So let me know if you guys have any trend predictions in the comments, or if you like any of these trends or will absolutely not be wearing them. I'm so curious. I hope to do a thrift with me for the winter trends soon. I do need to get a new camera before I do that. And then also styling these. I think I have like most of these in my closet, and they're all pretty bump friendly, so we can definitely do that. But thank you again to Ritual for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check them in the comments below, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.